your girl, jjjaniiiyanicole, and I'm back with another video on the channel, gang. And as y'all can see by that thumbnail and that title, man, I got a special guest on my channel, y'all. I got my mama doing a mukbang with me, y'all. And
her best friend.
Yes, ma'am. Alright, y'all, so we got molds today. And mama, go ahead and tell them what you got.
So I have a rice bowl. I have the seasoned rice with grilled white chicken. I'm gonna have pinto beans, pickled jalapenos, pico de gallo. I have a little bit of queso and then chipotle ranch with black olives.
Alright, y'all, so I'm very picky, y'all. I'm very
like that all her life.
I'm very simple, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. So boom, I got me a junior burrito. They got a little thing going on, $9.95, and I got that little special. So I got a junior burrito. It literally only has white chicken, seasoned rice, queso, and bacon. That's literally all I got on that burrito, y'all. I'm very picky, but it's okay. You know, for the longest I wouldn't even eat emos, but now I eat it. You feel me? So hey, a win is a win, okay? And then I got me they homemade, they house strawberry lemonade. And my mama, what you got, mama, to drink?
I just asked for a cup of ice, and I brought my own soda because I don't drink sugary sodas.
She showed up,
and I didn't want any the Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I do like Diet Coke, but it does have to be caffeine free, and they didn't have it. So, and then we also have queso chips and their homemade salsa.
Yep. So before we get to the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that bell so y'all see every time we post. Cause hey, we're gonna do a mom and daughter channel, y'all. Listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I be telling. Listen, we gonna do a mother-daughter channel. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, y'all, and tell your mama, your granddaddy, your little brother, your great auntie, your grandma.
Pretty much just share it with everybody.
And tell them, make sure they subscribe. And make sure they hit that like button so we can keep dropping these bangers. And y'all comment down below. Hey, y'all comment something down below and what y'all want us to see us do next, because we're going to have more videos dropping. Alright, y'all, so let's get it. Y'all, so today, y'all, we're going to be talking about, like, my mom's, I guess, like, your journey as a mom. How that went, well, how that's going, because she, you know, I'm just a girl.
I'm always mothering.
Yeah, she's best mom any person can ask for, but any girl can ask for, because y'all know, as I always say, I'm just a girl, y'all. And what is a girl to do, you know? I call her for everything, y'all. Literally, I could go to the doctor, and the doctor gonna tell me, Janai, you need to take this amount of medicine, and guess who I'm finna call? And ask my mama, is this right? So we gonna be talking about, like, her journey as a mom, like where her mom was when she, you know, when she became a mom, like, cause y'all, I'm talking about she's a mother of a mother. Like she is top tier, okay? Top tier. Alright? So like, mama, I just want you to talk about like your journey, like, you know, your journey and like how you persevered through it all. Cause y'all, when I say top tier, I couldn't have asked God for a better mom, so I just want you to get into that. We just gonna talk a little bit throughout the thing, but we gonna get into eating too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, before we eat, we pray.
Yes.
We pray.
Yes, we do.
Okay, Janai, go ahead.
Thank you, God, for today. I want to thank you for letting us get here safely. And God, I ask that this food that we're about to eat, that we're about to receive in our stomachs, let it be a nourishment to our body, like that is no harm to our body. And God, I thank you for everything you've done, everything you're doing, everything you're going to do. And thank you for allowing me to have this camera so I can motivate people in this world. And thank you for letting me have my mom and letting me have the best mom in the world. And I thank you for today and every day going forward and every day in the past. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I be praying, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with a praying warrior, so right here. So, mama, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. And yeah, so how was, like, when we were growing up, because it's me and my brother, so when we were growing up, how was that?
It was absolutely amazing. They were always in everything as far as like They're very smart. So there was a lot of award shows, PTA meetings, whatever it was that they had going on at school. I always made sure that I made myself available, because there is nothing like a supporting parent. And so that means that if I had to go into work early, go into work late, whatever I had to do, I had to make those sacrifices for both of my kids. And although they're young adults now, I'm never a phone call away. Whatever it is that they need, I'm always here for them.
Yeah, when I say, we always knew, like, our mom was gonna show up, like, regardless of the situation. And, like, when I say y'all, I know many people that complain, y'all, because I say adulting is ghetto. I say that every single day. Like, I gotta put gas in my car, and I'm like, oh, this ghetto. But as a mom, she never complained. Like, when I say never complained, and like, I was so grateful to be raised like around her like that, because you know, kids are a reflection of you. And so, because she never complained, it taught me, like, be grateful for everything you got. Even if you know what I'm saying, like, you don't have everything in the world, but you have everything that you need, necessity-wise. So, mama, like, what was one of the hardest things that you had to, like, I guess, like, overcome as a mom? And then how did you get through that? Because I feel like there is going to be a mom out there that's going to watch this and be like, okay, like, I learned a lot from this video. So what's something that you had to kind of overcome as a mom?
Pertaining, like, to
anything.
what?
Like, okay, so, like, when she had me and my brother, for example, she was, like, how old were you when you had Jay? 23?
I was 23.
23, and she was about to be 25 when she had me. So, like, how did that change your mindset? I guess I think that's what I'm asking you. Like, how did that change your mindset?
For one, I was very happy. Also, you know, it changed a lot of where, when I had my son, I was 23 years old. And of course, you know, when you're young, you go out, you go to clubs, you do things of that nature. And, you know, you hang out more. When I became a mom, I became a mom. My focus was just my kids. And it was about growth as well, maturing even more so. So I had my son when I was 23 years old, and then I had Janiiiyya when I was 25. So I had 2 kids by the age of 25. And I don't know, it's like it came natural to me. It came very natural to me. I had an amazing mom growing up. My mom passed away in 2017. Definitely the rock of our family. But I also had a village, and it does take a village. And so I'm very thankful and grateful to God for that. But it's a lot of growth that you have to do. It's no longer about you. You now have kids that actually depends on you. And so I still say it to this day, where I had, you know, 2 humans, 2 other humans that depended on me. You know, prior to having kids, I worked, been working since I was 15. And I knew I had to be an example for my kids as well. I've pretty much been the same all my life. I've always been very, I've always been very independent, even when I was a teenager. I was very, very independent. But I knew that this was changing. It was no longer about myself, where I could just spend my money how I wanted to on me. I sacrificed for sure. I've always made sure that they had what they needed. Well, let me rephrase that back. God always made it where we had everything that we needed, and I was able to provide that for them as well. So it's been such a beautiful journey. It continues to be a beautiful journey. My kids are my best friends, literally my best friends. And I remember my mom telling me that you'll worry about them more as they become young adults. and I'm that mom.
Yeah, for sure.
If they're not answering my text or call, I'm blowing up their phone. And I've just always been like that. I've never allowed people to just watch my kids. Having guys or whatever the case may be, my kids didn't grow up seeing that. Because one thing about me is I don't play about my kids. I'm still like that to this day, and although they're young adults, they're gonna always be my babies. But you just have to be careful who you're allowing to be around your kids, because it's such a sick world now. So, you know, if you have a child or children, just continue to stay prayed up. Continue to be the parent that God has trusted you to be. And I raised my kids where can't wasn't allowed in our household. I'm still like that to this day. Can't, and that's for you all as well. You can do anything that you put your mind to, anything that you've dreamed of. You can definitely, don't feel like, especially if you're a young parent, don't feel like your dreams still can't become a reality for you because you have kids. Allow your kids to be your motivation, and that's what I've always done as well. I still do that actually to this day. I allow my kids to be my motivation. I've never allowed someone to say to me, well, you have 2 kids, especially when they were younger, how are you going to do this? Or it's going, you know, it doesn't stop anything. If anything, it allows you to have growth, mature even more so. But most importantly, stay prayed up. Keep your faith no matter what it looks like. And I'm sure Janiiiyya is going to have a story of where I can just talk about my testimony. I'm unashamed of my testimonies, and it's just to show you what God will bring you through. Mine is more like health-wise, because like I said, when I became a mother, I became a mother. Like, my commitment was to my kids, and it's actually still like that now. But they're very independent. But you never stop being a mother, and just keep going. Don't let anything stop you. Even if you're a young parent, whether you're a young mother or a young father, keep going. You know, if anything, if you had to drop out of school because you were pregnant, or you know, you didn't get to finish college, no matter what it is, keep going. You can always go back. That does not make you a failure. It's just about growth, and sometimes we go through that in life. I think one of the biggest things in this world that we have now is people are so judgmental. I'm getting a little emotional because that's just how I am. I love encouraging. I love motivating, you know. But yeah, that's just who I am. My eyes are getting a little watery because I know, you know, especially for this young generation, you all are judged so much, and you know, people forget I was once that age. You know, motivate them, encourage them, let them know that they can do it. And I think that's where a lot of depression actually comes from as well. Just sometimes you're trying to reach somebody else's expectation. Reach that expectation of yourself, because you can do it. And I know she had just one question, but I am a talker.
That's okay. I am a
people person.
She would be
sometimes it scares her a little bit because I'm too much of a people person. But I do feel like that's what God has placed me here for, is to motivate and to encourage.
No. So when we were in high school, y'all, we was in band. Well, really, middle school to high school, we was in band. So like, if you are in sports, you know, sports really do end at a certain point. Band was year long, right? So my 9th grade year and my brother's 11th grade year, our grandma passed, So, Mama, I want to ask you, like, with like grandma passing, how did that change your mindset? Did that ever change your mindset as a mother? Like, did that, like, I guess, like, make you more protective over us when grandma passed, or is it like, I guess, like, still the same kind of?
It didn't make it. I wasn't more
She been protective
because I've been protective all of their life. That's all they know. But it made it. I'm so sorry. It made me want to. It definitely caused an anxiety for me when my mom passed. Just for me losing my mom, she was my best friend, my rock. She taught me so much of what I know today. And she taught me how to be a mom by being an example to my brother and myself, and just watching her. It actually made it not hard, but I'm still grieving. I just sit and think about all the time, you know, like, what kind of effect would that have on my kids about me no longer being here? Lord, I pray I live to see many, 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 many years to come. And she was such an amazing grandmother, like, such an amazing grandmother.
Yo, my mama, for real.
She was definitely my rock. It made it hard for me as far as just missing my mom and not having her here with me no more. But I know she's here in spirit. But it made me want to spend like all of my time with my kids. But I am thankful and grateful that I have kids, because I do feel like it would have actually been different for me when I lost my mom, like going into a depression. She's just always been here. Like, she's the one, like, from when they were younger, if I had to work, they were sick, whatever it was that was needed, she was there. Her and my dad. My dad is actually still here. He's still the best papa, is what they call him. But it was really hard, because now I have to not only think about myself, but think about my kids that lost their grandmother, who was like a mother to them. Actually, my mom would always just say, you had them, those are my babies. And I would always say, you're right, Mom. One thing I will say is, if you still have your parents, whether it's your mom, your dad, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. It's hard. It's very, very hard, but I thank God that He continues to give me the strength to keep going on. Because I can hear my mom saying, girl, you gotta break out of this. You got my grandbabies to raise, you know. And but each day it gets better and better. It gets better and better. I have 2 amazing kids. Couldn't ask God. I'm sorry, y'all. It's like a net out here that we're having to keep fanning away. But it's getting better. It's definitely getting better for me. Hug your mom a little harder. You know, my last words to my mom that morning was, I love you. I actually spoke to her, as we did every morning on my way to work. And she had a cardiac arrest and was on life support that same day. So our last 2 words were, I love you. It's the same way how I am with my kids. They can be at you know, they have their own now, but even if they're at home, they're coming to visit, I tell my kids, we tell each other several times a day, like, we don't get off the phone, we don't walk away from each other without saying, I love you. So I really had to navigate, okay, how am I going to do this now? You know, I always had my mom that was always there. And Janiiiyya was in what grade? Yeah, she was in 9th grade. And when I tell you, she always showed up at everything that they were in, whether it was award shows, band performances, she was always there. So just me having to learn now that I have to navigate this without my mom, I would say would probably be one of the most challenging things that I've actually went through. continuing to go through it now, but it's getting better. If someone is watching this and you don't have your mom, don't allow people to tell you you'll eventually get over it. Grieve at your own pace. It's your mom, you know, and that's not something that can just be easily taken from mind, or you know, whatever the case may be.
Man, I want to commend my mother, because y'all, when I say like, even with my grandma being gone, y'all, like, she's always been a stand-up mom, but I seen like even more of her courage as like, even when my grandma passed, and as I get older, I'm like we have our conversations, like our own private conversations, and she telling me, and I'm like, Mama, girl, you superwoman for real. Because in my head, y'all, like, as being 23, right? So I think about like, this was the age when she had my brother, and y'all, she did it without complaining. Like, we always say, like, she always made the impossible possible. Like, whenever, like, let's say we need some, she always make a way. So it's like, of course, God gives you the strength to make it that way. And the fact that she be like, don't worry about it, I got it. It just be like it makes me emotional too, because it's like, I never had to want for anything. Like, I know some people don't have that relationship with their mom, but I was like, I'm very fortunate. I was gonna say I'm very fortunate enough to have the mom that I have, and I tell all my friends, like, yeah, me and my brother, we got the same parents, and we share, you know what I'm saying, I gotta share him with her, you know what I mean? And you know, my friends, they call her mama. This my mommy though, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, whenever you see her, you see me, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I just want to like give you your flowers, mama. Like, for real, like, you don't understand, like even today when I was at work, like, I felt my phone vibrate. It wasn't you texting me, I had a notification on my phone, and I was like, oh Lord, because I realized I was already at work and I ain't text you. And I was like, I told them, I gotta step off the line, y'all. I gotta turn my mama to her made it work, because it's like, those things matter. You know what I mean? Like, those type of things matter. Like, telling your mom, like, and people might say, nah, you an adult, so, you know what I'm saying? You should want somebody to care for you like that. Like, I talk to my mama every single day, multiple times a day. Like, even right now, like, we hanging out, and she been with me all day. So it's like, just having someone there that's like gonna support you no matter what, through everything. Like, even like, she's always been a prayer warrior. Like, anytime I'm going through something, I'm gonna call my mama, because I know she about to pray. Like, she about to say a really long, hard prayer. Because I feel like as a mother, like, I don't know what to say, because everybody has a mother, but I have a mommy, right? So my mommy, I know her prayers go up to the Lord. I know they do. For real. You know, so like, just having someone that's gonna always like keep your head held high. Cause like, if I'm going through, y'all, when I was doing them math classes, I was calling her every day crying. I promise y'all, every time I had that class, I'm crying, and she's literally just motivated me, like, keep going, like, it's okay, like, you gonna get through it, like, you gonna pass the class. And I'm like, Mama, I don't know, like, these classes. And she like, stop thinking like that. And it's like, I'm so glad she's like that, because at the moment I be crying, but at the end of the semester I pass classes. So it's like, just having that mom, like, that's just like, you gonna be okay. Like, you gonna be okay. Like, even when I changed my major, like, I remember it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I came in her room crying. I was like, Mommy, I'm gonna have to change my major. And she woke up, she was trying to figure out what's wrong, and she like, it's okay. And so I talked to my advisor, and I'm like, it's gonna take 2 extra years. And she's like, it's okay, like, as long as you grade, like, it's okay, like, you okay, like, you know what you're going for, you know what you want to do now. And I'm the happiest I ever been with my major. Like, I was happy with elementary education, but I feel like middle grade was really for me, and I was able to do math and social studies, and I'm I'm so happy about that, y'all. And I'm so glad she talked to me, because I probably would have tried to stay in elementary education and not been happy for real.
So the reason behind that is, I remember this day in particular. She came into my room crying because she was supposed to graduate 2025. When she started college at Kennesaw State, excuse me, she went in for elementary education. And she's always wanted to be a teacher since she was 4 years old. Her mind has never changed, ever. And so she decided I no longer want to do elementary education. I want to be a math teacher, which meant she was already in the teacher's program. Now she's going to have to change. It's gonna add 2 more years on. And I told her, she was crying. I'm like, why are you crying? I would prefer for you to go ahead and change it now and be happy with what you're doing when you graduate than to get a degree in something that you don't want. Although she was going to still be a teacher, it put her focus on being a math teacher. And it's just so needed. It's so needed to have amazing teachers. Shout out to those amazing teachers that's making a difference. And so I'm always going to be supportive of my kids. And when Janiiiyya, actually was my son first, when he told me he wanted to do photography, I went in and invested in a camera. And then when Janiiiyya told me she wanted to do photography, I invested in a camera for her as well. Yep. I believe in my kids' dreams. I've never told them you can't do it. Now I do want to speak on this. By no means was this easy. Not at all. I have to sacrifice, of course. But I knew that I had 2 other people that was dependent on me. All they've seen me be is a go-getter. From working, they've never seen me just give up, ever. And that's just not in me to give up, no matter what I'm going through. And, I knew I had 2 kids that depended on me. So I do want to make that clear. There's a lot of sacrifices that I had to make. Whether it was financially, whatever it is. When they were in band, from 6th grade until they graduated high school. I was at every performance. I was a band mom. I was on the band board. I was one of those moms that was out there doing fundraisers.
Every Saturday.
Faithfully. Every Saturday. So it does make a difference. I can remember going to some of the games. Well, just about all the games. And I would see my son looking for me, and I'm watching him as he's looking around. And then once he sees me, he waves and he keeps going. Janiiiyya, the same exact thing. She's looking around. Once she spots me, she continues, she starts back. There's nothing like supporting your child. You have to. And those are the sacrifices, amongst some of the sacrifices. And when I say sacrifices for that, I mean leaving work early, having to come in the next day, make up those hours, leaving the job late, putting in PTO time. Whatever I had to do, I had to make sure that it happened.
So Mama, let me ask you a question, right? So y'all, I haven't given the story time yet. I need to give the story time. So back in 2019, y'all, so my brother went to college, right? He went in August. The next month, I had to have surgery on my knee. So y'all, when I got out of surgery, right? So of course, I told y'all already, my mama is she's a prayer warrior, okay? We went to my papa, Uncle Roger, and I think Auntie Gabby. We all sat there together, we prayed, and my mama led the prayer, right? So I know that had to be one of your scariest moments for me to have surgery, because I had to go under anesthesia. So I'm gonna do the story time on me having surgery, y'all. I just haven't got around to it yet. But when it was time for me to return back to school, What was your mind like?
I wouldn't say I was scared because you had to go under anesthesia.
Okay.
My faith is very strong in God. And He's been there for my kids and myself all of their life. He's always been here for me all of my life. So when I say I pray, I pray. My faith is strong. So I don't tend to worry about those things because I know God is always going to make a way. So and I was very thankful when she got out of the surgery.
Well, not so much like a scary thing, but like
how was I going to navigate everything, having to work?
Right.
Okay,
so like,
gotcha.
Or like that, but also like now you gotta like, yeah, you gotta someone who you just moved into college. You got me going. Of course, Jay had a car and everything already, so he's driving. You got me having to, I guess like me having to go through surgery, and then having to like help me, I guess, start back walking again, basically. So how was that journey for you, or did that? I don't want to say like take a mental toll on you, but like did that like kind of like, I guess like kind of like rearrange, like I guess like made you look at things in a different perspective? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but like
it didn't make me look at things in a different perspective.
Or like did that make you like I know you already know like how strong of a mother you are, but like did that make you see like, because of your strength, like I don't know if like y'all know this or not, and I know I did a video on it, but my very first tattoo I got was from my mama, and it says, "Mom, because of your strength I am strong," which I always started picturing here because y'all can't see from all the way over here, but like did how strong you are, did that show you like how I was still pushing myself? Did that show you like, okay, how I am strong in front of my kids? So like it's showing me.
Okay, so that's something that's also good to talk about. When I lost my mom, I was so busy taking care of everybody else and being strong for everyone else. I don't even like to see my kids to see me cry, you know, and there's been many days, many tears from when they were younger up until now. Because they look at me as this strong person, and I know I am a very strong person, but I'm also human. Seeing my baby go through that surgery was just, it was hard. It was hard mentally for me. Because who wants to see their child go through that? But I must say, the way that, you know, you continue to keep going no matter how much pain you were in was actually an inspiration for me. A lot of the times, and there's so many times, Janiiiyya would always tell me, until this day she tells me I've always been an inspiration to her. But what Janiiiyya, my son, don't know is that they're an inspiration to me. It was very challenging. She was having to go to physical therapy. This was another sacrifice that I would have to make, where I would have to go into work late, make those hours up. But one thing about me is God first and my kids. God first and then my kids, I'm sorry. So let me correct that. God first and then my kids. And that's what you have to do as a parent. But she was so strong. She was very strong. And now I can tell y'all this. For as long as I can remember, she's always been this academic child. Okay? From progress reports, if she got a B, she was boo-hoo. Like, that was like an F to her.
Still like it.
She's still like that to this day. That's where all those tears come from. She's home recovering, or trying to recover, because she had to learn to walk again. She was concerned about her homework. That was her concern. By the grace of God, we were able to navigate through all of that. She actually ended up ending the school year with honors, which I told her that's a testimony for you alone. But seeing her go through all that pain and just knowing that I couldn't take the pain away from her was so heartbreaking. I would get behind closed doors and I'm crying. You know, I'm crying because God, I can't help her get to, you know, back and forth to physical therapy, whatever she needs, but I can't take that pain away from her. And just seeing what she's such a strong person. Like, she's been through it. And she's been able to navigate through it all. So has my son. And so I would just say, you know, it was hurtful to see you having to go through that, and just knowing there is nothing that I could do about taking that pain away from you. Because as a parent, you never want to see your kids go through anything. And that was something that had to be done because her knee popped out of place during band. So I would say I was able to get through it, staying prayed up, seeing how strong you were. And when I say she was strong, she was strong.
Hey, y'all, I do want to say though, like, although like it was hard, y'all, it made it easier with her, like, because she was motivating me, like, okay, like I'll be at physical therapy, God. I'm like, all right, like I done did enough today, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, I could do another rep. I could do another one. I could keep pushing my leg on this machine. And I'm like, I'm in pain. Like, they having me slide up my leg. And of course, I'm going to do a story time. But just real quick, y'all, like, I'm having to use this little towel and try to slide my leg. And I'm in pain. And I'm thinking about my mama. And I'm like, and I'm going to let you do a video and just your testimony. Like, I want you to give them your testimony. Like your testimony. Like, I might ask a question, but I want you to like talk about it. And like, y'all, like, I would look at my mama and I'm like, as much pain in my hand, she getting up with me at 5 a.m. to go to the physical therapy. She getting off of work early. She staying off of work. She working from home. She's like doing all this stuff. Like, I'm telling y'all, and
that's a mother's job.
I know, but it's like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I ain't going through this by myself now. I'll have somebody right here with me. Of course, I got God with me. Human-wise, my mama standing there 10 toes down, y'all. I'm telling her, y'all, I'm saying like, Mama, I'm tired. And she like, okay, just do one more rep. And I'm like, I'm tired. She was like, but if you gotta, she didn't want me to push myself where I couldn't bear it. Like, it wasn't to the point where I'm screaming. But she knew, I know my mom knew I had one more in me. I was just like, all right, I'm tired. Like, all right, I'm done for today. But she never stopped pushing me, even in that moment. And I thank you for that. Because had you not pushed me, I probably would have been like, all right, well, I could just put my leg up and go on about my day. But I needed that motivation. Even though I had my physical therapist right there with me, and, you know, they helping me with the exercises. They not at home with me. My mama at home with me. So it's like, she like, okay, well, let's do one more rep. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, she was doing the stuff with me. So I wasn't doing the stuff on my, like, I kid y'all now, she was like, and once I was able to walk again, all right, we started doing little things around the track. When we started doing those little things around the track, she would record me. And I so appreciate that, because even to this day now, like, I'll go back and watch those videos on your Facebook, and I see, like, I've come so far. Like, with, like, my knee, like, that, it's this ball, y'all, and it make your body shake. I could do that way better now than I did before. And that's because I have those videos to reflect back on. And I'm like, I have came far. I've come far a lot with my knee. And now, I feel like my knee probably at, like, 95, maybe 90.
But I also want you to give yourself grace. Because you never gave up. You got up, and no matter how much pain you were in, you may have been tired, but you never gave up. You never gave up. You continue to push through. And she's 95% healed. But I don't want to say that I did anything. You did this. You did this. I appreciate you.
You encouraged me though.
I encouraged you, but you also did this on your own as well. You know, and you pushed through. And I'm proud of you. Yeah.
Now, what's my question? Oh my God, I have a question I want to ask you. I can't think of the question. Do you have any questions for me?
I have so many, but I'm trying to tie something into what we're talking about today. What do you, and do not put me in this, count me out. What do you think continues to inspire you? Like, you've been through a lot.
Yeah, she want me to answer the question.
Besides me, what gives you that motivation to, you know, to keep going? Especially like being in school, you're working, you have your own place, you got bills now. What continue besides me?
That's the answer though. That's the actual
But
answer.
I'm in a different county and you're in a different county.
That don't matter though. You instilled that in me though.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all.
So you can say that it's something that was actually
It was instilled in me, but also like, y'all, she ain't never gave up. Like, never. Like, I ain't never seen my mama like give up. Like, she's always been this strong woman. I don't want to say individual, because I know some people say she's a strong. No, my mama is a strong woman. Okay, she's so strong. Like, no matter what the trials and tribulation was, I never heard her say, "Well, I'm just gonna give up." I have never heard her say that.
Giving up was never an option.
Yeah, like it's
still not an option to this day.
She never put that even in her head. Like, even I tell my students, like, when I was working at a summer camp, I was telling my students, like, y'all can't use can't in this classroom. Like, that's not a thing. Like, and I got that from her, because she's like, there's no can't be in y'all vocabulary, because y'all can't give up. And some people might be like, what you mean you can't give up? But you really can't. Like, you gotta keep going. Like, even when times get tough, like, I think back when I had knee surgery, like, that was hard, y'all. Like, that was hard. Like, trying to get my grades, y'all, because they was putting in zeros. And I just want to say to my teachers, y'all didn't have to put them zeros in. But anyway, that motivated me, y'all. That motivated me so bad to give. Y'all, 2 days after surgery, I kid y'all not, I had surgery on the 25th of September 2019. 2 days later, I told my mom, I said, you gotta go get my homework. I can't do this no more.
That's what I was just telling y'all.
I had literally a binder full of work, because at Milligard High School, they give you so much work. And I had Spanish at the time, y'all. Oh my God. And I was taking algebra too. Oh my God.
And when I went to pick up her work, the teachers were like, I've never seen someone that's just had knee surgery. I mean, the only thing that was holding her knee together was stitches.
No, it wasn't the stitches. It was glue.
Well, surgical glue. And she's concerned about.
Yeah, I was told up about my grades. I kept looking at Infinite Campus. Infinite Campus kept telling me 0, 0, 0. I'm like 0, 0, 0. I'm not even there. What are we doing?
Yeah.
But I will say God works in mysterious ways, and I'm gonna explain that to y'all real quick. Because COVID happened in 2020, right? So when COVID happened, all I could do was sit. That gave me the opportunity to actually be able to rest my knee. Like that, although like I had surgery September 2019 and COVID happened March 2020, I was able to actually get some rest. Like, she was still making sure, like, she was like, all right, we gon' check, I'm checking on your knee. Like, we were still doing that. Like, even months later, and even now, like, she'll call me like, have you been exercising your knee? Like, still now, like, I'm telling y'all, she's a mother. She's the mother of mothers. I'm telling y'all, like, actually, mothers of mothers. No, she's the mommies of mommies, okay? Like, for real, y'all, like, I'm so appreciative for my mama, for real. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, I'm just so grateful to God that I have you as my mom. And I hope you know that.
Thank you.
Y'all, cause I be told up, y'all. Like, y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, then you would have saw, like, back in, I think that was 2024. It had to be 2024. I hadn't seen my mom for 6 weeks. It was school, y'all. It was literally school. And y'all, I was in the car with my friend one day, and I started booing, y'all. Like, I'm like, I have not seen my mom in a month and a half. And she's like, it's okay. But I had to realize her relationship with her mom isn't like me and yours. And so she didn't understand, like, why, like, I'm talking about snot going down, like, I'm talking about eyes bloodshot red, y'all. And I had her drive me all the way to the cab counter, y'all, because I just could not take it no more. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, what am I doing? And as soon as I saw my mama, I felt like everything that I had going on just went away. And I think that's like the best part about you, because even when I feel like, oh, like the world just, oh, the world, as soon as I talk to my mama, it's like a, like I made like the something like a weight lifted off my shoulder. Like, I don't think y'all understand, y'all. She's such an angel, y'all. She's so sweet. If y'all ever met her in person, she's such a hugger, y'all. I have to watch her. We have to watch her, cause but I'm so glad that she's like that with people, because the many times my friends, they'll come and ask her advice. Like, sometimes they don't even come to their parents, they come to her. And they'll be like, can I talk to your mama? Hello, how you doing? And everybody love her. Why? Because her spirit just touched everybody. But as my mommy, I know she's Miss Tamika to people, and she my mommy. And my mommy is the best mommy any girl, because I'm just a girl, and what is a girl to do, you know? And she's the best mom I could have ever asked for, y'all. And I appreciate you, mama, from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, we gonna do more videos, y'all. We gonna do more videos. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I did.
I enjoyed this. Y'all got to know my mama. Y'all not gonna get to know my mama like I know my mama, because I talk to my mama on daily. But y'all get to know my mama, and we gonna do more videos, because y'all don't understand this strong woman right here. Okay, she's so strong, y'all don't even know the half.
I want to kind of piggyback on what you just said. First of all, thank you so much, sweetie. I hear this on a daily.
Yes.
So this is just new to you all.
Mother's Day.
I hear it on a daily. So when she's buying me cards, she don't just give me one card.
I get like 3.
She get like 3.
Cause I don't know which one
to actually pick
it's
out.
hard, y'all.
I'm sorry if y'all hear some noise in the background. Just a car. I don't know if they need a new muffler or what. But I wish I still had that. That's what I had with my mom. And I can't sit here and just say that it's easy, because it's not. I found myself, I've called my dad mom before. I've called Janiiiyya mom before. I'm referring to my mom, and it just comes out. And so I have a lot of anxiety. I still have anxiety. But when I lost my mom, it made it worse. And so that's something that I'm trying to work on now, because if I don't hear from, which I hear from my kids every day, several times a day, but like if I'm texting them or calling them and they haven't called back immediately, I go into having palpitations. So losing my mom, it was hard. I was in and out of the emergency room because of the palpitations, like me just thinking about her, crying. It was really, really bad when I first lost my mom. I could go in the store, I just bust out crying, I was just being tears. If I seen a mother and daughter together. Actually, Janiiiyya and I went to go see the Michael Jackson movie. And it was the day before Mother's Day. And I did find, while we were in the movie, but as we were coming out, I saw an older lady, and I'm assuming maybe her daughter, I don't know. But as soon as we got out of the movie theater, I bust out crying. So it can happen at anywhere. I'm still continuing to work on that. It's just something I can't help, because I was so close to my mom. And Janiiiyya went through a hard, she's still going through, she's gotten better, but it was really hard for her and my son when my mom first passed away. And it still is, but my son is more of, he likes to think about all the memories, because that's what my mom would want us to do. Anyway, which we do that, but it's still hard. So I do have my days, I have my moments. In Janiiiyya's eyes, I'm a superwoman.
She my shero, y'all.
In my eyes, I am not. You know, because I still have my, I mean, I guess I could say, but I'm also, I'm her shero. I can't take that away from her.
You sure can't. I wish you would.
And that's something she's always, I remember when she was a little girl, I found this note in my car, and she said, my mommy is my shero. And she must have been in like 2nd grade, and I found it in the car.
They had us writing notes.
I have my ups and downs. I go through things just like anyone else. My kids just don't see it. That's the thing. They just don't see it. But I can say I'm a strong person. I've actually had to persevere through a lot. Even to this day, I don't look like what I've been through. So when I tell people of my testimonies, they're like, what? You really went through that? But by the grace of God, I'm still here. And I just have to keep continuing to do what I'm here to do. And I have to stay focused. And yeah, just continue mothering. Yeah. Thank you all so much for subscribing to her channel.
We almost at 600 subscribers, y'all.
How many?
Almost 600.
Okay.
I'm 6 away.
Okay, so continue to like, share, subscribe. Yes, I know about YouTube.
Yeah.
I know about Mukbang because I watch it.
Yeah, she was telling me how to set it. I'm like, okay. All right.
She's such a, this is actually my mini-me. Definitely my mini-me.
We be dancing and stuff.
She has a heart of gold. She loves God. She's very encouraging and motivating. But she know how I am. So she's like, Mom, I gotta bring you on to my channel. And of course I agree. You know, it's so much that's going on in the world, and any way that I can be encouraging or motivating, I'm going to do that.
And y'all, honestly, like, I told y'all before, like, I'm changing the direction of my channel to more motivational stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I told y'all, when I was a senior in high school, y'all, it was during COVID. But when I was a senior in high school, I got voted most inspirational girl in our senior class. And I feel like I'm still that person. No, that's not what I feel. I'm still that person. Like, I would motivate somebody all day long. Like, I motivate somebody all day long. Like, I hate hearing anybody like talk down on themselves. I'm like, man, like I'll change somebody's mind around quick. I'm like, man. And I think I get this from her because she's like, you have to be grateful for everything that you have. So let's say somebody having a bad day, and I'm like, I'm so glad you woke up this morning. You so blessed to wake up. Cause that's my mindset. Like, that's how my mama raised us. Like, I kid y'all not, like, I always think positive. Like, because of her. Like, she raised me like that. And it always stems down from the person of, like, that parent before you. So grandma, and then you, like, y'all literally.
And then my mom's mom. So
like, it's definitely a cycle. Like, putting that motivation, like, even like my grandma, like, this gonna be a quick story because I don't know if my battery about it or not, but like my pre-K graduation, y'all, like he really my homeboy. His name Quentin, and y'all, sorry Clinton, but Quentin can't, y'all. Quentin had messed up on something, y'all, and I had fixed it, y'all, and my grandma was like, that's my grandbaby. And so like that kind of stuff, y'all, like, I don't know, y'all, like, it's just like the feeling of like always having that motivation, y'all. Like it always comes down generation for generation. Like when I have kids, I'm gonna be the same way with them.
Yeah.
And I know my mom gonna speak the same things into them that she's spoken to us. So it's like I've always had that village.
Yeah, and if you don't have that in your life and you have kids, break the cycle.
And be that village. Yep.
And even if you don't have kids, still motivate, still encourage. There's so much that's going on in this world right now. It's so needed. So continue to be you. I pray that you all that's going through anything, that it gets better for you. Stay prayed up. And keep your faith. You know, if you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments. Let us know what it is that you want to actually see, and we'll definitely make it happen. Yeah.
Alright, y'all. So this is not the end of the mukbang, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed it. Of course I enjoyed it. This is my mom. This is my mommy.
I enjoyed you all.
Alright, y'all. She's gonna be back for many more videos.
Yes.
So like I told y'all, we post it every single day, y'all. Every single day, y'all. But again, this is Janiiiyaniicole. This is my mommy. Alright, and make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that bell so y'all see every time I post, y'all.
Every time.
Every time. So y'all know when Janiiiyaniicole is popping up. Alright? But until next time, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night, y'all. And God bless y'all. I love y'all. And we on the road to 600 subscribers. And until next time, y'all. Until tomorrow.